Time for our parenting panel. We're checking in with the co-founder of Mabel's Labels, parenting blogger and mom of 6, Julie Cole. Good morning to you.
Hi, Annette. Good to see you.
Good to see you. We're tackling a tough topic today, and it's how do you talk to your kids about children who have been taken away from their parents? We're talking about the residential school.
Yeah, look, these tough conversations have to happen, and it was something parents are generally pretty nervous about having the discussion. The topic is pretty sensitive, and it involves children. So when talking to children about it, it can be pretty tough. But with my guys, I try to find out what they know, and if they're asking questions about it, they're likely ready for some decent answers. So try to frame it in an age-appropriate way. Don't overwhelm them, just give them the right amount of information. I actually find with tough conversations, I really think about what I'm going to say and I script it and I practice it and rehearse it before I say it so that I make sure the message goes the way I want it to. And I think this is a really good practice for any tough conversations, like whether it's a death of a grandparent or a marriage breakup or something like that, just making sure all the information gets out correctly. And I do that with grown-up conversations too. Like if I have a tough like if you have a tough conversation with a friend, or if you have to let an employee go, like sometimes it's better to practice before you just start blah blah blah. Right?
I wonder too if you could make it almost a learning moment for both child and you as a parent, right? Like people didn't know, or we don't know as much as we should about this. Let's find out some stuff together. There's lots of cultural centers to go to, and lots of native centers and indigenous centers that can really help.
Totally
open
agree
our
on that.
eyes.
I think that's exactly right. I mean, this is an educational opportunity, and I think when a situation like this comes up, often kids feel really powerless. And there are things, I know with my family, we sat the kids down and we're like, okay, so why don't we, what do we want to do as a family? To help with this situation. I mean, there's not much we do feel powerless, but what can we do right now? And so we supported some indigenous businesses. We made a donation to the Indian Residential School Victim Fund. And I'm actually providing a list of places you can make donations on your website, Annette. And we did attend an event. There was an artist, Amber Ruth Art, who did an art installation in collaboration with the city of Burlington down at Spencer Smith Park.
Oh, so that was the strawberry, right?
That's right. The strawberry.
Yeah, with all the red fabric.
With the red fabric and the little pairs of shoes, and just to go down there with the kids and do some learning and it was it was really empowering and special. So I think you're right, Annette, like taking these opportunities to do some learning as a family and try to be proactive. The fact of the matter is we can't shield our kids from these things, and in fact we find that talking about it makes them feel more safe and more secure.
Speaking of families, let's talk royal families right now.
Okay, well, yes, this was something that was getting a little attention this month as well. The royals, Prince Harry, actually, are they still royals? Harry and Meghan? I'm not sure. Either way.
I think he's still Prince Harry, yes.
Okay. Well, they received this award for committing to only having 2 children. So, it's funny. If there's one thing that parents and people have strong opinions about, it's about what other families should be doing, how many children they should have. So, all the opinions.
Because it's such a personal decision, right?
It's such a personal decision, and there's so many stereotypes and judgments around whether you have your children biologically or adoption or through anything else. And I mean, Annette, you would know this. There's assumptions made about childless people, and
oh yeah,
right?
Yes.
And it's like,
it's nobody's business.
It's really nobody's business. And the fact that there's a stereotype that people who choose not to have children or don't have children have these selfish lives. I have yet to see any of my childless friends get off the hook for caregiving. I see them taking care of nieces and nephews, of communities. Their volunteerism rates are through the roof. Pets, elderly parents, like you name it, they're doing a lot of caregiving. And I think parents of only children also get a lot of judgment.
Yep.
You have one child and they're like, when's the next one? When's the next one? And it's like, well, maybe I'm one and done. And, It doesn't,
Yeah.
just because you have an only doesn't mean that your child's going to be spoiled or lonely. Only children have beautiful, deep, rich relationships with friends and cousins, and they have good lives, you know?
Yes, yes. So
The
there we
kids
go.
are okay.
So the takeaway from today is learn more about something and mind your business about others, right?
Yeah, as I say to the kids
Okay.
often, MYOB.
Yes. Julie, great to chat with you again. We'll get all your information up on our website, chch.com.
Thanks, Annette.